friends. It is Sunday night and I'm so excited we started our Bible study together today. And I just want to invite you into my everyday life. As you can see, it's very full and very busy. We have two teenagers upstairs. Why don't you go get your bottle? You want to go get your bottle? Go get your bottle. We have two teenagers upstairs with their friend and just watching a movie, and we're just a normal family as much as there isn't such a thing as normal. But I just wanted to share our everyday life with you because I know that your life is busy and your life is crazy, just like mine is. And we are going to pursue the heart of God, and we're going to gather together in community online so that we can do it when it works for our lives. And I'm going to try and pace us one chapter at a time, maybe two towards the end, but just really want to not give us too much to do. It's almost like less is more. There's a lot of meat and a lot to think about in each chapter. And I just want to encourage you to consider, like I did today, I felt the Lord really challenging me. Renee, what are you going to cut off your plate so that you'll have time for this study? So that you'll have time to dig into my word. I really feel Him calling me deeper into His word. And so as I prayed, Lord, what do you want me to cut? What do I need to cut? I sensed Him whisper, work. And as I shared in my blog post, I love my job. I am so blessed to be able to work for the Lord through a ministry like Proverbs 31 Ministries, and I oversee the radio and the devotions portion of our ministry, as well as serve on the leadership team, and we're in the midst of planning for She Speaks. And then I have my speaking ministry and my writing ministry, and I have amazing women that are on teams. I don't do it all by myself for sure, and I don't do all of that all at the same time. But sometimes I do a little bit too much. Sometimes I stay up too late after the kids go to bed, and sometimes I just work too much, and I don't relax enough, and I don't just breathe enough and play enough. But most of all, I just need to spend more time with the Lord. I'm sensing Him saying, you don't spend enough time with me right now in this season of your life. And so I'm going to consecrate some time that I've devoted to work for Him to be still and just be with Him more than I have been over the past couple of months. So I wonder for you, as you go through this book for the first time or maybe for the second time, what might you need to cut out just a little bit in order to consecrate some time for you and for Him? It could be 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be a lot. I've noticed that whenever I give God a little, He makes it a lot. And so maybe it's TV, maybe it's having lunch with the Lord, and instead of having lunch at your desk or having lunch with friends or your coworkers, maybe there's just something. Maybe it's an extra 10 minutes to get up earlier in the morning to spend with Him, or maybe to spend time with Him in the evenings. Just a little something. Also, I wanted to share with you, our key verse this week is going to be from Jeremiah 17:7. And it's at the end of my dedication, at the very front of my book. But it's going to be our key verse, and here's what it says. But blessed is the man, and I would say woman, who trusts in the Lord, who has made the Lord their hope and confidence. I love that word, to be blessed, because we trust in the Lord and make the Lord our hope and confidence. But recently I read the verses before that, and I realized that the opposite of being blessed, it says here, is cursed. Cursed is the one who trusts in man, who depends on flesh for his strengths, on other people, their opinions, their approval, whose heart turns away from the Lord. He will be like a bush in the wastelands. He will not see prosperity when it comes. He will dwell in the parched places of the desert, in a salt land where no one lives. And what this just really contrasts for me is those streams of living water that God wants us to root deep in as we trust in Him, as we put our hope in Him and find our confidence in Him over the next several weeks. It starts by making Him our hope and our confidence. And it starts by catching ourselves when we're putting our hope and our confidence in people or in our accomplishments or what we got done that day, or even me finding my joy in my work, but really pulling back and really making sure that I'm finding my joy and my confidence and my hope and putting my trust completely in the Lord. And that's what this week's going to be about, is really identifying, am I living blessed because I trust in the Lord, or have there been a seeming curse? That seems like such a strong word, but have I lived under the curses of putting my hope in man's approval, or putting my hope in others to give me strength? It's a challenging question. I was caught off by that word, curse, being the opposite of being blessed. But I know that God wants us to be blessed. So our verse for this week is Jeremiah 17:7. And our word for this week is blessed. We're going to unpack that word in the next couple of days. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have some more assignments and share our hearts and share our stories and get to know each other. And again, I'm so honored to be a part of your life and your story. I'm so excited for what God has planned for us. And I am bathing this study and each of you in prayer every day. It is great to serve Him and to seek Him with you. Thanks and good night.